Can peace truly exist when trust is a scarce commodity? This is the dilemma at the Lebanese border today, a border brimming with tension, where the eyes of the world are trained and where the stakes are higher than ever. In the heart of this tension is Hezbollah, an Iranian-backed Lebanese militia accused of disrupting peacekeeping missions. Just recently, Israel pointed fingers at Hezbollah for a cyber operation aimed at derailing the efforts of the United Nations peacekeeping mission on the border. According to Israel's defense minister, Benny Gantz, this operation was an attempt to pilfer classified materials about the mission's activities. This accusation has added a new layer of complexity to the already strained relationship between these entities, but it doesn't end there. The Lebanese border has been the stage for even more drama. An Irish soldier, Sean Rooney, serving in the UN peacekeeping patrol, tragically lost his life while on duty. As investigations ensued, a Hezbollah supporter was detained under suspicion of firing the fatal shots. While the suspect is not officially a member of the group, the incident has cast a shadow of doubt over Hezbollah's role in maintaining peace along the border. However, Hezbollah has dismissed these accusations, labeling the incident as unintentional. But in a world where actions speak louder than words, such claims do little to alleviate the tension simmering at the border. The world, along with Ireland's Foreign and Defence Minister, is demanding a full investigation, and the truth remains shrouded in uncertainty. Meanwhile, Lebanon grapples with its own internal issues, such as the recent arrest of two brothers suspected in a failed drug smuggling operation. Although there's no direct evidence linking Hezbollah to this case, the incident has further strained Lebanon's relationship with its neighbours. A series of events have led us to this point, but to understand the present, we need to delve into the past. In the midst of chaos and war, a new player emerged on the Lebanese stage in the 1980s, Hezbollah. Born out of the ashes of the Lebanese civil war, Hezbollah, which translates to Party of God, was not just a product of local conflict, but also of a broader regional power play. During the Lebanese civil war, Iran saw an opportunity to extend its influence in the region. Lebanon's Shia community, marginalized and underrepresented, became the focus of Iran's attention. Iran sent members of its Revolutionary Guard to the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon, training and equipping what would become Hezbollah. This Iranian backing was pivotal in Hezbollah's growth. The group's initial objectives were twofold. Firstly, they sought to offer a voice and protection to Lebanon's Shia community, who had long felt sidelined in Lebanon's complex and often volatile political landscape. Secondly, they aimed to resist Israeli presence in Lebanon, a cause which resonated not just with the Shia community, but with many Lebanese who were weary of foreign interference in their country. Over time, Hezbollah's ambitions grew. They began to provide social services, establishing schools, hospitals, and even a television station. This helped to cement their popularity among the Shia community and beyond. They were no longer just a militia, but a social and political force to be reckoned with. Yet the group's military activities continued. Their guerrilla warfare tactics against Israeli forces in southern Lebanon gained them both notoriety and popularity. For many, Hezbollah was seen as a symbol of resistance against foreign occupation. From a small militia, Hezbollah grew in power and influence. But what does this group stand for? As we delve deeper into their core principles in the next scene, we will uncover the ideological underpinnings that have driven their actions and decisions over the past 4 decades. Hezbollah, or the Party of God, has a set of guiding principles that steer its actions. This Shiite Muslim political and military organization, rooted in Lebanon, has a set of core beliefs that have shaped its course since its inception in the early 1980s. Firstly, the establishment of an Islamic state in Lebanon is a fundamental principle for Hezbollah. They believe in the creation of a political system based on Islamic law, or Sharia, to govern the Lebanese state. This principle is rooted in the ideology of their spiritual guide, the late Ayatollah Khomeini, who championed the concept of an Islamic republic in Iran. Secondly, the destruction of Israel is a key part of Hezbollah's core principles. They view Israel as an illegitimate state that has usurped Palestinian lands. Hezbollah's long-standing conflict with Israel, from cross-border clashes to full-blown wars, is a testament to this principle. Its dedication to this cause has garnered its significant support from some quarters, but also condemnation from others who see this stance as a roadblock to peace in the Middle East. Thirdly, resistance against Western influence, particularly that of the United States, is another cornerstone of Hezbollah's ideology. They perceive the West, especially the US, as a threat to their vision of an Islamic state and believe that Western powers are working to undermine Islam and its role in the Middle East. This resistance extends to the cultural, political, and military realms. Lastly, it's important to note that while these principles guide Hezbollah, the group's actions and strategies have also been shaped by pragmatic considerations. Over time, Hezbollah has shown a capacity to adapt to changing circumstances while maintaining its core principles. These principles have led Hezbollah into various conflicts. Let's explore some of them. From internal disputes to international conflict, Hezbollah's path has been far from peaceful. The organization's involvement in various conflicts has painted a complex picture of its role in the Middle East. One of the most significant conflicts was the 2006 Lebanon War, also known as the July War. The conflict began when Hezbollah militants launched a cross-border raid into Israel, igniting a month-long war. The aftermath left much of Lebanon devastated, but Hezbollah emerged stronger politically, having withstood the might of the Israeli military. Hezbollah's involvement wasn't limited to its home turf. The organization has been deeply involved in the Syrian civil war. Aligning itself with the Syrian government, it provided significant military assistance. This intervention wasn't without controversy, with critics accusing Hezbollah of deepening sectarian divisions in the region. Beyond these major conflicts, Hezbollah has found itself in a series of disputes and skirmishes. Accusations of cyber attacks, alleged involvement in the killing of a UN peacekeeper, and suspected ties to drug smuggling have all added to the group's controversial reputation. In recent years, Hezbollah has also been accused of establishing positions at the Israeli-Lebanese border, violating ceasefire agreements. This has led to heightened tensions between the two, with Israel hinting at possible retaliation. But it's not just Israel that has taken issue with Hezbollah's actions. Within Lebanon, there's a growing discontent with the group's increasing influence. Its involvement in national politics has been a point of contention, fueling protests and calls for reform. These conflicts have shaped Hezbollah's relationship with Lebanon and the wider world, including Israel. They've portrayed Hezbollah not just as a political party, but as a formidable military force with complex regional ties. As we move forward, these relationships and conflicts will continue to define Hezbollah's role in the Middle East. Israel and Hezbollah have a history marked by bloodshed and conflict. This bitter relationship dates back to the early 80s, when Hezbollah was born in the crucible of the Lebanese civil war. Back then, Israel's military intervention in Lebanon had inadvertently spurred the creation of this radical group, which pledged to resist what they regarded as Israeli aggression. Over the years, the hostility between Israel and Hezbollah has only intensified. The two have clashed in wars, skirmishes, and through proxies, with each conflict leaving deep scars and fostering mutual distrust. The 2006 Lebanon War was particularly devastating, resulting in significant casualties and damage on both sides. In the aftermath of the war, a United Nations brokered ceasefire was put in place, but the peace has been anything but quiet. Israel has accused Hezbollah of repeatedly violating the ceasefire by setting up positions along the border, while Lebanon has claimed that Israel continues to breach the truce through Air Force overflights. The 21st century has also seen the warfare evolve into the digital domain. Israel has accused Hezbollah of launching cyber operations to disrupt UN peacekeeping missions, hinting at a new front in their ongoing conflict. In response, Israel has indicated it may retaliate physically against enemy hackers, further complicating the situation. Yet, despite the constant tension, outright war seems a distant possibility. Both sides understand the high stakes of a full-scale conflict, and so a tense stalemate persists. The relationship is a complex one, shaped by historical animosities, geopolitical calculations, and the ever-present threat of violence. The Lebanese border today is a chessboard, with each player meticulously planning their moves, the stakes, peace, stability, and the lives of countless people. In the midst of ongoing conflict, there are potential strategies that could pave the way for peace. One such approach involves encouraging diplomatic dialogue between Hezbollah, Israel, and Lebanon. This could be facilitated by international mediators who can help manage negotiations and foster an environment conducive to peaceful resolution. Confidence-building measures could be another effective tool to restore trust among the parties, as could economic cooperation, fostering interdependence and mutual benefits. Promoting cultural exchange could also enhance understanding and tolerance, strengthening the bonds that bridge these divided communities. Regional security arrangements could be fortified to prevent escalations and to ensure that peace agreements are adhered to. The implementation of international law and resolutions could address grievances and serve as a blueprint for justice and reconciliation. Engaging civil society in peace-building efforts, particularly those who have been most affected by the conflict, could also be a powerful catalyst for change. Addressing the root causes of the conflict, such as socio-economic disparities and political marginalization, is also vital. Furthermore, promoting education and awareness about the conflict and the importance of peace can help foster a society that values harmony over hostility. While these tactics require significant effort and compromise, they offer a path towards a more peaceful future. The journey towards peace is arduous, but with persistent effort and unwavering commitment, a resolution could be within reach. Now, we turn the spotlight on you, our viewers. We've discussed the history, the complexities, and the potential strategies for peace. But what are your thoughts on this ongoing conflict? How do you believe the tension between Hezbollah, Israel, and Lebanon can be alleviated? Could there be other innovative approaches, perhaps ones that haven't been explored yet? We encourage you to share your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions in the comments section below this video. Your perspective could provide a fresh outlook, spark a meaningful conversation, or even inspire a novel solution. It's your turn to join the global dialogue. Remember, every voice matters in this pursuit of peace. Through open dialogue, we can learn from each other, broaden our understanding, and together we might just pave the way for a more peaceful future. After all, it is in unity and understanding that we find our greatest strength.